sometimes they put him in a rank before Muhammad.
Just a minute here. Do you mean they made him God? You mean that?
Yeah,
Or you mean that metaphorically?
They add to him all the aspect of God. I'm talking about the Shia.
Okay.
And the same time,
sacred figure.
Yes.
Holy figure.
Yeah. And sometimes they disowned and attack and they hate so much Abu Bakr and Umar.
The three before him.
The three before. This is what you call in their tradition.
Why do they hate them?
Yes, I will answer this. But I have to mention the basic word in their religion. I am talking about the Shia. They take التبري والتولي. التبري, that means to disown the three caliphate. التولي is to uphold Ali as the one who they idolize him.
This could be too much for people who have no idea about the subject matter. So basically what you have said, that there were the historical difference between the Sunni and the Shia comes, or the roots are within the four rulers who succeeded the Prophet after his death, rulers of the burgeoning Muslim state at the time. And the Shia, they idealize the fourth one of them, and they somehow don't like or hate or oppose the three predecessors of that fourth one.
Yes.
Why do they hate these three predecessors of the fourth, Ali?
Yes, it has become as a political issue, because in that time after the Prophet Muhammad death, people want someone to be a ruler after him, and he,
of course,
yes. So this is a political issue, and this disagreement among them, and people in that time want Ali to be, because he is the nearest one to the Prophet Muhammad. He's his cousin
of the Prophet, yeah.
And he married Fatima, the daughter of Muhammad. So these people, the first people who uphold the right of Ali to be the successor of the Muhammad, they are the first Shia as a political issue.
Okay.
Then the others who support Abu Bakr and Umar after that, and Uthman, they are political, they have their own political agenda, and it was a political issue, disagreement that time. When they fought each other for this, in the time of Ali himself, when Ali came to the power and became a caliphate, yes, yeah. it become civil, civil war in that time, and every party, every camp, tried to to make some religious justification for their political moves.
Okay.
And this is the beginning of establishing the human-made religion of Shia and Sunni.
Human-made religion.
Yes.
We will ask you about that. But let me just summarize what you said, that it started political disagreement among the followers of the fourth caliph and others who approved the three predecessors before him. And the reason was that the followers of the fourth Ali wanted him to be number one.
Yes.
But since he was not number one, that led finally to a kind of a civil war in which the followers of Ali, as far as I understand, were almost defeated, and they became a minority, and that explains until today that the Shiites are a minority, a numerical minority in the Muslim world.
And every party justified his situation by giving, a religious.
How long ago was that? I mean, when did that happen? This civil war.
It happened in the time of Ali as a caliphate.
Like what, 650?
No, we are talking about the third decade after the Prophet Muhammad death.
That's about 650 after Christ.
Yes.
And since then, 650 until 2009, they still
discuss until now what happened in that time? Because it became a religion. It became a religion.
That's what you call the invented religion.
Yeah, invented religion, human-made religion. Because it related to, some people who disagreed in that time and fought each other. And it should be, a line in the history, in the past. And people of Shia and Sunnah should look at this time and try to figure what
Okay. So we talked about the Sunni and the Shia, and we know now that the difference basically started early 650 after Christ, and continued until now. And because of the political conflict, each party patterned, according to what you say, its own religion to justify the political moves.
Yes, sir.
The third one that you mentioned, so that we finish this particular segment, is the Sufists.
Yes.
I understand that Sufist is a sort of mystic group.
Yes.
And that's worldwide. There are mystic groups all over the globe. But
yes.
There is, with Muslims, it's called Sufis. Tell us something about that. What are the Sufis?
My PhD in 1977 until 1980, it was about Sufism and their impact in Egypt, in Mamluk area. So the Sufism, actually, the Sufi has begun as early as the 3rd century after the Prophet Muhammad. In the Muslim calendar, the 3rd century, in that time, the pioneer of the Sufi scholar appeared, Ma'ruf al-Karhi and others. And talking about Sufism, they reflect the mainstream of faiths for all the people in Middle East at that time, Egypt and Syria and Iraq, and they reflect what they inherited from their old culture before Islam, and they give it Islamic titles.
Okay, so what you're saying is that when Islam was introduced to other countries, that the people of which were not Muslims before, perhaps they were Christians, perhaps they were some other religion, but what you're saying that the older cultures were given a kind of Islamic facade or Islamic suit,
yes.
Let us say.
Yes.
But is only a facade or a suit, or it was a little bit deeper than that? I mean, the Muslim influence in